Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I appreciate it. So I asked all of you the other day to put your questions in the community tab, and I have so many. This could actually get broken up into probably 3 or 4 different videos, but I always try to take the ones I most liked because that gives me an idea of what you guys like. So if you haven't already, please hit like, subscribe, comment, make sure you hit the bell so you get notified. Check out membership. There's at least a dozen or so classes that you can take on demand. Members, this Thursday, I did post it that we're going to be doing the live personal questions where you can ask me, personal questions about yourself, and I'll do the readings from Spirit with you. We also have the channelings coming up next week, and we have that seminar coming up for whoever's interested. And that's with basic membership, that we're going to be looking at how you manifest with using tools instead of just say meditation and calling in guides and angels, doing things that are a little bit more concrete, because I know that'll resonate with some of you. And Annie is doing well. You may hear her walking around meowing a little bit. And thank you for all the nice comments that I've been putting, all those pictures in the community tab, and, just showing you everything that we've been doing, and going to the tree lighting and the Hawthorne Hotel, and that Christmas Carol Dickens trolley tour was amazing. If you ever get a chance to do that in Salem, I highly, highly recommend it. And as you guys know, I don't recommend a lot. The Blue Fez restaurant had beautiful Mediterranean food. It was just gorgeous. It was delicious. Absolutely amazing. And so I'm going to get right into the questions. If you see me looking down, I'm just looking at my iPad here. So I think the one that got the most likes is from January. Will the Texas woman who had to leave Texas to get an abortion be prosecuted by the Texas AG Paxton? That is just a horrible, terrible situation, because whatever the other side might be saying, this is a woman that actually wants her child. She has said publicly she wants a large family. This is not something she ever dreamed of having to go through. This is not something that she ever wanted. I mean, just totally flying in the face of everything that the GOP has been saying about women that need these procedures. So my heart goes out to her, her family, her loved ones. Okay. So everything is up in the air right now. 7 of Cups. Nobody has made any decision. And then we get another card of indecision, the 4 of Cups. So clearly they have not made a decision. They don't know what to do in this case. And it's just, to me, it's just preposterous. It's egregious. However, she does have a lot of support. Ace of Cups. There are people that really are invested in this, that care about her, that care about the situation, that care about women in this situation. And now let me see, because we do get 3 of Swords, and we also get 10 of Swords. So I think they are going to put her through the ringer, unfortunately. I think they're going to give this woman a very hard time. I'm going to use my angel deck here for a little bit of clarity, because as you know, 3 of Swords, that is heartache, heartbreak, which I'm sure is what she is feeling, but we are asking about outcome on the other hand. And 10 of Swords, she is certainly feeling betrayed. Okay, but then peace comes in. Angel of Temperance. Peace does come in. And oh, isn't this interesting? So we get 7 of Cups, which is choices. And that's what we started off with. So not much has been decided in this. But somebody is going to come in, leadership, King of Wands, to help out. And Knight of Wands, there will be action taken on her behalf. So I think in the long term, she's going to be fine. In the short term, they are going to really hassle and heckle this woman like they have. And so my heart does go out to her and everyone surrounding that situation and anyone that's in that situation. So that was a lot of you that wanted me to do that one. Then a lot of you asked, Kelly asked this one, a lot of you asked for me to read on this. I don't know if you've read on this before, but will 45 be on the 2024 presidential ballot? Thank you. Yeah, no, I really don't think so. I really don't think so. Do I think he's going to try? Absolutely. He doesn't know any limits. The man has no limits. And honestly, I don't think it matters if he is or isn't. The outcome is still going to be all the same. It's not going to matter. The man will never be president ever, ever again. But he is delusional. So we get, wait, is this interesting? The Hanged Man in reverse. And it's funny because, as you know, I don't do reversed cards. But I do have to say, as you guys know, my 19-year-old cat, Annie, does have a certain affection for crystals and tarot cards. And she did get into 3 decks the other night of my tarot cards. And she actually did mix them up. And the funny part is, because I had them stacked, the 3 decks stacked, she took out from the middle deck the Empress card. And so I'm wondering if that's how she's feeling, you know, like maybe she's queen for the day and, you know, she's just the princess here. So I just thought that was funny. So the Hanged Man, you know, I think no matter how you read it, it's just not going to happen. This is very rarely a positive card. But is he going to try to move things forward? Of course he is. We know that. He's thinking about it. Here's his obstacle. He's thinking 2 of Wands. He's like, oh boy, maybe I can. But, you know, for me, 4 of Pentacles is a card of stability. And I think stability is going to rule the day. It'll be what actually ends up happening. And here he is feeling burdened and oppressed by all of this. That's 10 of Wands. 5 of Cups. He is feeling remorse, sadness, regret. And, you know, here we go, the Lover's card. We do frequently get the Lover's card with him. And that has to do with the people around him that he's trying to bring down with him. We know that that's sort of his specialty, right? Making these friendships and these alliances and then destroying these people's lives. Page of Cups, right. And so here's what's going to be the issue. So where we get the Lovers on the Page of Cups, and this is also the Friendship card, by the way, in the Angel deck, what's really going to take him down in the end are his alliances. The people that he has spoken to, the people that he talked to, the people that he trusted. 6 of Wands, which is recognition in this deck. He is still going to try to get that recognition, but there is a certain amount of delusion here. But, you know, here we go. Look, the World card. He's in for this new phase of his life, and it's not a phase that he wants. This is not going his way. And then we get 3 of Swords, which is heartache, heartbreak, sadness, that sort of thing. And so it's not going to go his way. But is he going to try? Of course he is. Of course he is. I think that's going to bring us right into the next question, which I saw was about Jack Smith, special counsel. Let me check here. Yes, Elflower asks, will the Supreme Court give Jack Smith his answer regarding the immunity claim? Yeah, because Jack Smith is trying to move this along, right? He wants this to happen this spring. And so... And it's also kind of unprecedented that, you know, it's going right to the Supreme Court. It's not going to appeals and da-da-da. You know, so it's really interesting. And I see that a lot of you are interested in this and have written comments about it and all that good stuff. So let's see. Will Jack Smith actually get a positive answer from the Supreme Court? Let's see. Okay, first card, 10 of Swords. Let's keep going. Obstacle, Hanged Man. So, okay, they're going to take their own sweet time with this. And I'm going to pull a couple of my angel cards, because we do get Temperance, we get Wheel of Fortune. Actually, we're getting a lot of Major Arcana cards. And as we know, Major Arcana cards have to do with the big things in life, not the mundane things. And so this is a big thing, right? This isn't a day-to-day thing. Interesting. So they're really going to go back and forth. They're really going back and forth. Temperance will rule the day. Balance and moderation will rule the day. But it's interesting how in two different decks, I do get the World and Wheel of Fortune, which have a lot of similarities. You know, it's like ending one cycle, starting another. So I think no matter what, there's something that's going to happen that is going to just push this along. So, you know, even if they say no at first, or they dilly-dally, because we know that they're going to dilly-dally. We know that. But something's going to happen that leaves, you know, 45 feeling burdened and oppressed, 9 of Wands, 8 of Swords feeling restricted, 3 of Swords, 5 of Swords rather, which is the card of loss. But they still haven't made the decision. King of Swords, the decision card. They have not made the decision. And 3 of Pentacles, action will be taken. So even though things are pretty slow at the moment, things aren't going quite as quickly as we would like them to, that is going to be short-lived. Things are going to speed up and move on, okay? I like this question from Good Juju. There are many times I want to communicate with my spirit team and ask them for advice. Is it necessary to clear my chakras and meditate to get clear connection? Sometimes I don't have the time for those practices and just want the connection. It all depends what kind of connection you want. Do you want like whole sentences, paragraphs, like a real answer to a question? Like, you know, should I buy this particular car from this particular dealership? You know, you may get a simple yes or no. If you're kind of blocked up, you may. But if you are clear, if you've been meditating, you have a nice clean diet, your chakras are open, then you start getting, no, not just should you not get it from that dealership, you shouldn't get that make because it's going to be recalled, it's going to be a major issue. That dealership is going to be declaring bankruptcy, they're not going to honor anything, it's going to be a whole big issue for you, blah, 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 okay? That's the difference in the quality of information that you get. So it's not that you can't get anything. And it's also not that in times of like real trouble, when something like really severe happens, that you won't get like an answer, like right away. You won't get something like a yes, no, don't, stop, go. You know, you'll get those kinds of things. But if you're looking for complete thoughts, new ideas that you didn't have before, thoughts you didn't have before, information that you've never had before, new words. I've learned new words, new concepts from channeling with the Ra and my guides. That you do need to be crystal clear as a channel. This one I thought too was interesting, Cheryl. Is it true that Mike Johnson will be out as Speaker of the House by the end of the year and Hakeem Jeffries will take over as Speaker in the new year? It's funny, I've really backed off from reading on Mike Johnson, and I'll tell you why. His energy is really, really negative to me. Truly negative. And I think that's why I just didn't see him taking on this role, because his energy is just so low. It's so dark. There's just something so wrong with that situation that it just made me back it up. And so I'm going to read on Hakeem Jeffries taking over as Speaker, because I think Hakeem Jeffries would be great. Now talk about a total polar shifted energy. He has like a much lighter, brighter energy for sure. So Hakeem, will Hakeem take over? First of all, he has it in him to persevere. This is a man that can keep going. He does need more backing though. He needs more financial backing. He needs more support. But he's ready to fight. 5 of Swords. He is ready to fight for this. He does end up getting enough support. Look at that, 10 of Pentacles. He gets enough support and he does end up getting the backing, the money that he needs. He also is somebody that's more stable, that's reliable, that people can look up to and trust. So I feel pretty good about that. And it's funny. And the reason I took that question is because I actually had the same feelings. Okay, let's see. Lori asked a good question. She says, I was videotaping my son and his family over Thanksgiving and there were orbs flying around. And I know it was my daughter who had taken her life. Maybe other family members also. Can I confirm that? And also, is that how we look when we transition like balls of light? Well, we do become light beings, right? On the other side, we're not solid. If you read the Law of One, you know, for my members, you know that our higher self resides at 6.5 density, which would be more like the angelic realm. Because at that point, you no longer have a need to eat or reproduce or work. You do a very different type of work. You do light work. You actually are quite literally a light worker. And sometimes they have enough energy that they can push down a bit of light so that we can see it. And they make these orbs that we see. And, you know, one thing that I want to clear up too is that just because someone takes their own life, it doesn't mean that they were a bad person. It doesn't mean that they were punished. It means that they're going to have to probably deal with the karma by, you know, doing like another life later on when they're ready, because we also have free will on the other side. When they're ready, they'll take on another incarnation to sort of balance things out. But what I actually have found in my years of mediumship is that people who do take their own lives, they're usually very sweet, kind, gentle, often empathic people. And this earth was just very harsh for them. So I hope that helps. We'll finish up with this one. Then we'll do a 3-card pull. Alexei Navalny is reportedly MIA from prison. Is he okay? I've been worried about him for quite some time. This is not a good situation. You know, I know he is somebody that will go down as a martyr, certainly. You know, but I certainly feel terrible for his wife. You know, if you ever see her in interviews, she's an incredibly strong woman. I don't know how she gets up every day, but she is a strong lady. Okay, so these cards are really, really dark here. So 5 of Pentacles. So this is a card of loss. And it can be a loss in so many different ways, because as you can see, this person is quite sickly, they're poor, you know, like a loss of money, a loss of life, a loss of health. And look at what the obstacle is, the devil. You know, and I think we know who that is, right? You know, that's Vlad and his henchmen that's causing this. The truth is going to come out, Ace of Swords. I think they're trying to figure out, how do we let this out? Because, I mean, they've already committed so many crimes, you know, the Russian government. When do we let the world know this? I think this is how Navalny has been feeling, burdened and oppressed, stressed, worried, and anxious. And so I am very concerned about him. No, I do not think he is doing well at all. And I think we are going to be finding out probably sooner than later what exactly is going on. So let's end up on a high note, a happy note. And you know, something that you can do, just let me show you a little something, because we just read on like some pretty heavy stuff here, is that you can cleanse your cards through sound. And so something that you can do is, you know, just keep your cards there, fan them out a little bit, and just give them a nice sound bath. And that's something that you can do in between clients, in between heavy readings, or just periodically. This is a new moon. Please watch my short that I put out about the new moon. This is the 12/12 portal. So keep your eyes open for that. And this is the Divine Energy Oracle by Sonia Choquette. Okay, so take a deep breath. Like I always say, trust your gut instinct. Do you feel called to go to 1, 2, or 3? You can pause the video if you like. Here we go. Number 1, count your blessings. Gratitude is everything. Just waking up in the morning and just saying, you know, I'm so grateful I made it through another night. I'm grateful that I have enough food for breakfast. Before you go to bed, I'm grateful that I had my job, or I got to see my grandchildren, or whatever it was, okay? Gratitude means a lot. Correct your mistakes. Well, we all make them, don't we? Not one of us is perfect, and if somebody tells you that they are, they're not telling you the truth. And sometimes, you know, we do have to say we're sorry. Sometimes we do have to make amends and make things right. And that's okay. It's part of being human. And number 3, have faith. You know, think of the Fool card. You know, he has faith. He has trust in the universe. He doesn't think that like the other shoe's always going to drop. And that's what makes it so that he can go on these adventures. He's actually the one that starts us on the whole tarot journey. So have faith. Have faith that things are going to turn out okay. All right, everyone? So thank you so much. And again, if you haven't, please watch the short that I just put out. I also did put out another short about a little holiday message from the Rock Collective. And if you haven't already, please like, comment, subscribe. Check out DianeAquarius.com to read my last blog, to book a reading. I am doing January readings for the new year. And check out membership. There's over a dozen classes on demand that you can take. So, all right, everybody, have a beautiful week. Bye.